This is the first dollar I ever really made online, and it only took a few days to earn it. But just a week ago, I was probably right where you are now. So tired of all these videos promising you can make thousands of dollars with AI overnight, but none of them offering a shred of real-world proof. It all feels like a bit of a scam, right? Every video is just another guru selling an impossible dream. So I decided to cut through the noise. I went straight to the source and asked ChatGPT for legit ways a complete beginner could start earning money from home this week. In this video, I'm showing you the entire journey, from the surprisingly practical ideas the AI gave me to the exact steps I took to get this. This isn't about getting rich quick. This is about proving it's possible. Let's get into it. I want to be totally honest with you. The whole make money online world can feel incredibly overwhelming. One video tells you to start a dropshipping empire, the next says you should be a day trader, and another promises some magic AI bot will just print money for you while you sleep. I've been there. I've felt that paralysis of not knowing where to even start because it feels like every path requires thousands of dollars, a huge social media following, or a degree in computer science. So here was my simple, no-nonsense experiment. Could ChatGPT, the AI everyone's talking about, act as a sort of mentor? Could it sift through all the hype and give me a practical, actionable roadmap? I didn't want a list of 100 ideas. I wanted a clear path for a total beginner, with little to no startup costs, to earn their very first dollar online. And I decided to document every single step. The good, the bad, and the brutally honest truth. No fluff, no Lamborghinis, just a real person trying to see if this is actually possible. All right, so here we are. A blank chat. The first step was figuring out the right question to ask. I didn't want vague suggestions. I needed something specific and grounded in reality. After thinking about it, this is the exact prompt I gave it. What are 3 legitimate and beginner-friendly ways to make money from home starting this week? I have almost no money for startup costs and no special experience. Focus on ideas that have a low barrier to entry and can lead to a first payment quickly. For each idea, explain the basic steps to get started. I hit enter, half expecting some generic advice, but what came back was surprisingly solid. It wasn't about building a massive business overnight. It was about using simple skills and free tools to solve problems people actually have. Let's break down the top 3 recommendations it gave me. Okay, so ChatGPT came back with 3 distinct paths. The more I looked into them, the more I realized they all had one thing in common. They're based on services or products that people and businesses genuinely need. Method 1. The AI-assisted freelance writer. First up, freelance writing. Now, before you click away thinking you need to be the next Stephen King, hear me out. ChatGPT framed this perfectly. It's not about being a novelist. It's about creating clear, effective content that businesses need every single day. Things like blog posts, social media captions, and emails. The AI's role is to be your assistant. A client gives you a topic, you use ChatGPT to generate a structured draft, and then your job, the human part, is to edit, refine, and add a personal touch to make it sound authentic. The demand for this is huge, and while pay varies a lot, many beginner freelance writers start out earning in the $15 to $25 per hour range as they build their portfolio. You can get started by creating a simple profile on a platform like Upwork or Fiverr, offering a low price for your first couple of gigs just to get reviews, and then you can raise your rates. The startup cost is literally zero. Method 2. The virtual assistant. The second idea was to become a virtual assistant, or a VA. This is one of the most in-demand remote jobs right now because it solves a huge problem for busy entrepreneurs. Time. A VA handles all the tasks business owners don't have time for, managing emails, scheduling, organizing files, and basic data entry. The barrier to entry is incredibly low. If you're organized and know your way around email and a spreadsheet, you already have the core skills. National averages for VA pay often fall in the low to mid-20s per hour, though what you earn will depend on your experience and location. You can find clients on LinkedIn or by networking in online business groups. ChatGPT can even help you draft your service packages and your outreach emails. Again, zero financial investment is needed to start. Method 3. Creating and selling digital products. This third one is what really caught my eye: creating and selling digital products. This is different from the first two because you're not just trading time for money. You create something once, and you can sell it over and over again. This is where that idea of passive income starts to feel real. We're not talking about some 300-page ebook. We're talking about simple, high-value digital items like social media templates, printable planners, or budget spreadsheets. The beauty here is you can use free tools like Canva to design them, and ChatGPT can help with everything from brainstorming ideas to writing the product descriptions for a marketplace like Etsy. While earnings can vary wildly, a great goal for beginners is to work towards making their first $100 a month. This path felt creative, scalable, and had that tangible, "I made this and someone bought it" appeal. After looking at all three options, I went with method number 3, creating and selling a digital product. The idea of building something once and having it potentially sell for months or even years was just too good to pass up. It felt like the perfect beginner project where my investment would be my time, not my money. So, the mission was clear: create a digital product from scratch using only free tools and AI, list it on Etsy, and make my first sale. Here's exactly how it went down. Step 1. Finding a niche with ChatGPT. First, I needed an idea. Digital products is way too broad. I needed a niche. So I went back to my AI mentor and asked it to brainstorm niches where people are actively looking for solutions. It suggested things like fitness planners, small business templates, and resume guides. I decided to focus on social media templates for small businesses. It's a huge market, and a lot of business owners find creating content to be a real headache. Step 2. Designing the product with free tools. Next up, actually making the thing. I didn't use Photoshop or any fancy software. I just used Canva, which has an amazing free version. I used ChatGPT to generate ideas for 30 days of social media content for a small coffee shop. It gave me prompts like Meet the Barista Monday, Tuesday Trivia about coffee beans, and Feature a Customer Friday. Then, I took those ideas and designed simple, clean templates in Canva that a coffee shop owner could easily edit. The whole design process took me about 3 hours. Step 3. Setting up the Etsy shop. This part was surprisingly easy. Setting up an Etsy shop itself is free. They do charge a small listing fee, about 20 cents per item, and then take a percentage when you make a sale, so the risk is incredibly low. The real magic, though, was using ChatGPT for the listing. Writing titles and descriptions that get seen is a skill. So, I prompted ChatGPT. Write a compelling SEO-optimized Etsy title and description for social media templates designed for small coffee shops. Include relevant keywords. It instantly produced a title, tags, and a detailed description that I would have struggled with for hours. It used phrases like editable Canva templates, Instagram content for cafes, and small business social media kit. It felt like a superpower. Step 4. The waiting game. I hit publish. And then, nothing. For the first few days, crickets. I got a few views and a couple of favorites, but no sales. This is the part nobody talks about in those flashy videos. The doubt that creeps in. Did I just waste my time? Is my product even good enough? But I remembered that the research said it could take a little time. And then, on day 5, it happened. I was just going about my day when my phone buzzed with that iconic ka-ching sound from the Etsy seller app. My first sale. A complete stranger paid $12.50 for the templates I created. It wasn't $10,000. It wasn't even $100. But let me tell you that $12.50 felt like $1 million. It was proof. Proof that you can create something valuable from scratch and that people will pay for it. It was real, tangible validation that this whole thing actually works. So, what's the big takeaway here? Is ChatGPT a magic money machine? No, but it is an incredibly powerful tool that can level the playing field. It can be your brainstorming partner, your copywriter, and your strategic consultant when you're just starting out and can't afford to hire one. The journey from a frustrating idea to my first real dollar online took about a week of focused effort. It wasn't effortless, but it also wasn't that complicated. It just required taking one small step at a time. I started with a problem, asked for guidance, chose a path, took action, and I got a result. The secret I'm bringing back to you isn't some complex formula. It's the simple, honest truth. You can do this. If you are tired of the hype and ready to put in a little work, you can earn your first dollar online. You don't need a bunch of money, and you don't need to be an expert. You just need to start. If you found this journey helpful, and you want to see more real, no-hype experiments like this, do me a huge favor and hit that subscribe button. It lets me know you want more of this kind of content. And I have a question for you. Out of the other two ideas ChatGPT gave me, freelance writing and virtual assistant, which one should I try to land a client for next? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Now, go start your own journey.